Recently I have been asked to showcase a game where I would play in a completely standard way, and I've decided to pick this game. I think it is quite interesting, and apart from the standard way of playing Terrans here, we will see how we can overcome like minor issues where the texts are placed in the wrong technologies track, how we can deal with it. So if you would like to improve your Terrans game, enjoy this review. Hopefully it will be useful. I think we can jump to start the board analysis and the board setup now. So as usual, first let's see the boosters and the final scorings. For the final scorings we have Gaia planets and structures. That's fantastic for Terrans. That's Gaia planets is okay for everyone who is going Gaia forming, yeah, and Terrans, they will be forced to go Gaia forming, so Terrans definitely have advantage on this final scoring. Regarding structures, Terrans are also looking good because you can build like many structures and have a good economy. Let's try to understand like who might be better between Nevlas and Donbass on those two final scorings. And for Nevlas, that depends. Are you getting like a lot of charges in the early game? If yes, then as a Nevlas, like you definitely will be competing for that final scoring. If no, then might be tricky, and Donbass will have advantage here. Also, so I would say we would need to evaluate the board setup for that final scoring to understand who is better between Nevlas and Donbass. For the Gaia planets between Nevlas and Donbass, the person who will go Gaia will have advantage, so it might be both of them. But if none of those fractions are going up on the Gaia forming track, then it will be the fraction who has access to more natural Gaia planets on the board. And we will see it later when we will discuss the first mines on the board. So for the missions, I would say final missions is more or less okay to everyone. A bit of advantage for Terrans for the round number 4. For 5 and 6, that's okay, like we don't have a clear winner here, so I cannot say anything. Regarding the boosters, so we have a QIC and we have a jump, so that helps for the boards when navigation is not that important and your planets are clustered far away from each other, so you can make a jump and you can progress from here. Minus and Gaia planets is good for everyone. Of course, Gaia planets is good for everyone who is going up on the Gaia track. Trading station is bad for everyone, so not really interesting. I would say that looking into the board seems like every fraction which is going up on the Gaia track has a little bit advantage comparing to others. But again, like we will need to see the rest. So let's first focus, for example, on the board first. And the board is also very good for Terrans. Yeah, we can start from the center sector. Terrans make first action before Donbass, so Donbass technically cannot take away from you this green planet. And after that you have access through the unstable planet to another 2 blue planets and a green planet. So this sector is fantastic for Terrans. This one is useless. It doesn't give to you access to much of the unstable planet. And because you are placing at least 5 Gaia formers as a Terran, you would like to have access to at least 5 unstable planets. So this is a bad spot in the top left corner. But bottom left corner is really good again. You have access to the red planet with terraforming 1 step, and you have access to 2 unstable planets, and then you can jump to the cluster of another unstable planets here. So the board for Terrans is again fantastic. I would say like not fantastic, but really good. I've seen better boards, but this one is I would say better than a standard, I would say, Terrans board. Let's take a look into Nevless. So as a Nevless, you have more or less okay-ish spot at the bottom. You have access to the Gaia planet. This spot depends if you have a neighbor. Yeah, like if you have Ambas here, then it's okay-ish because you can take this black planet and then another Gaia planet, and then probably start getting charges from Terrans here or here. So not a bad spot, but only if we have Ambas here. And this cluster is really good. With the jump booster, we can access another white planet, and we can take this green planet, and via QIC another white planet. So this cluster is good, and also it has access to a black planet, which can be taken via dig1 action. So yeah, this one is good. The only problem, you don't really have much neighbors here. So you might have a neighbor on this brown planet and you might get charges here, but that's basically it. You are not getting other charges in this area. So I would say for Nevless, depends how the Ambas will place his mines, but not a great board because of those complications we discussed. Now let's take a look into Ambas. So this spot is nice, it's okay-ish. You have dig1 yellow planet, dig1 black planet. You have access to another Gaia planet, which you can contest comparing to the Nevless. So this is more or less okay-ish spot. This spot, it is okay if you are going up on the Gaia track as Ambas. And in this game, this is okay. I mean, if you can go up on the Gaia track, there are some complications with it, but those are solvable. And this is okay-ish spot as you have black planet, you have access to two brown planets, so you definitely will want to place one of your mines here and there. And looks like in this board we don't really have many places with the neighbors. Yeah, so this spot will have a neighbor from Terrans. This spot has neighbor from yellow, and those spots, yeah, they will also probably have neighbors if the Nevless will place the mine here. So I would say also, yeah, regarding this spot, I would say it's the worst spot on this board, as it doesn't give to you access anywhere, but between those four, probably one you would like to place in this cluster, and the other one somewhere here or here, depends on your game plan. This one is good because it again gives you access to the unstable planet without navigation, so you can take it if you will go up on the Gaia track. So I would say Terrans definitely have advantage on the board, even without neighbors. So because as a Terrans, there is a risk that you will start this game completely without neighbors, but still the board is really good. So now let's think about how we can score points, and apart from the round boosters, round scorings, final scorings, and round boosters. So as an Nevless, there is an interesting tech in the top of science, which you might want to take, yeah, because you already have one step on the science track, so push it, take this tech, score lots of points. Sounds like a good plan. Who can contest it? I don't know. As a Terran, in theory, on this board, you might contest it, but it's tricky. I don't think that Terrans can steal this tech from Nevless. And for Ambas, like, same issue, might be tricky. So I would say that's probably a Nevless tech. This tag, it can actually give you points if you are going up on the economy track and then you push terraforming track. That's definitely not for Terrans. And as Nevlos will focus on this tech, so the only one who can benefit from it will be Ambas. It works. I think it can work pretty okay-ish. The only question, like if you are doing that, then you are probably not competing, you're not pushing Gaia forming track as Ambas. And I mean, that needs to be taken into account, yeah, if you are thinking about that plan. But in theory, like you are pushing up economy navigation too, then you start boost terraforming, take this stack, like score some points, then go up on the QIC track, take laps if possible, and take QIC actions, score points. Seems playable, I would say. So these laps, I would say everyone is interested in that tech, but nobody is going to push it early. If you are going to push this tech early, sacrificing your other tracks, then, and also like you will have to build like laboratories, yeah, you are losing on the final scoring for the structures, because labs takes away income from you, but provide back to you knowledge. Apart from the Nevlos, for the Nevlos, the labs actually give to you income instead, because you're getting charges. This tech probably not interesting for anyone in this game. This tech, yeah, also what we need else to discuss, this tech, obviously interesting for everyone who can take it without sacrificing other things. So it's okay for Terrans, it will be also okay for Ambas. So top of Terra, that's either for Terrans, either for Nevlos. And the tech is not really particularly interesting, because you have Nevlos on the board. So I don't know, like this tech is okay-ish, but not really interesting. So on this track is for Nevlos and Ambas. So saying all that and looking into all everything that we discussed above, I think that Terrans has definitely advantage compared to other fractions. For Terrans, it's more or less clear how to score points. Terrans competing good for the final scorings, and Terrans has a good boosters. Between Nevlos and Ambas, I honestly don't know who is better, and that will depend on the gameplay. So it's really hard to say who is better. Let's see the bids. Let's see what were the bids. So in the end, Terrans paid 20, and Nevlos and Ambas is starting with the same points, 30 points from the start. So it's my turn to place a mine. I definitely want to place a mine here, so I will do it. The second mine I will place here also. It doesn't really matter what other players are doing, so I'm just placing a mine. Let's see what the Ambas is going to do. Ambas placed one mine close to the white player, and the second one again close to the Nevlos, so later he can start getting cheap trading stations and cheap upgrades. I've placed the second mine in the bottom left corner, and now we just need to see where the Nevlos is placing their mine, and they placed it also again close to the Ambas to start getting charges at some point of time. Now let's see what will be the booster tiles players are taking. Ambas took 2 coins and QIC. That was the most interesting booster tile for me. As a Terrans, I have access to 2 unstable planets without navigation, so I don't really need navigation 3. With navigation 3 I can take maybe this blue planet or that's it basically. So this blue planet or this blue planet, but I will anyway have access to those planets later after I will Gaia form this unstable planet. And in the worst case scenario, if Ambas will Gaia form this one, then that's not a big deal. I still have a blue planet here. And unfortunately I don't have enough distance to place a Gaia former in some interesting spot. Apart from only if I'm not going up on the navigation 2 steps. With navigation, if I will go navigation 2 in the first round with the charge 4 action, then I could place a Gaia former here, so that would work. But I don't want to do that, and I will describe why I don't want to do that later. So in the end I've decided that this booster tile is not really interesting to me, and I've just decided to take resources tile. But obviously I wanted to take instead like 2 coins and one QIC, especially in this game where I don't have many neighbors on the board. So Nevlas took the navigation booster. Let's see what is happening in the first round. Nevlas took, in the first round we have 3 victory points from Gaia planet. Nevlas took green planet. Because Ambas has 3 QIC, I definitely don't want to give this planet to Ambas, so I'm taking it. And Ambas starting to build a trading station to get charges from Nevlas. Nevlas is doing the same. So now I need to decide where do I want to build a trading station. There are 2 possible options, either here, because I will not have neighbors after taking this unstable planet, either here. I've decided that I would like to build a trading station in the bottom left corner, but I am not really sure that this was the best decision. I think both decisions are valid. So I've built it here, but I could also build it here. We need to keep an eye on Ambas, because Ambas is the biggest threat for us. If Ambas will start pushing Gaia track, we will have to compete for the unstable planet. So let's see what Ambas is taking as attack. And Ambas took 4 coins and pushed up the knowledge track. Nevlas built a PI. And now we need to think, do we want to play with Planetary Institute or with the laboratory? I think both options are playable in this game. With the PI in the next round we can terraform this planet. Yeah, okay. So with the PI it's playable, but I decided that I don't want to play with the PI here. My biggest concern was that if Ambas will push Gaia too much, then I might be left without unstable planet in the round 5, and I will not be able to utilize my PI ability. So instead I'm just building laboratory. So the most standard way you would play with Terrans. So when you play Terrans, the most standard way you're doing it, first you're taking charge 4 tech, and second tech you will take 3 VP per Gaia. You will push navigation and Gaia. But in this specific game, taking charge 4 as a first stack doesn't give to us anything. We don't have neighbors, we don't have charges, so we will just put, we will just place a Gaia former and we will put 2 tokens into bowl 3 and that's it. Those 2 tokens in the bowl 3, it will be equal to 2 coins, and which is exactly the same if you will make 1 step on the economy track, because you will get 2 coins from the eco track. That's why I'm taking 3 VP per Gaia at the first stack and going up on the eco track. So Ambas made a jump on the brown planet. Let's see what's happening. Nevless bought 2 ore from the table, and I've placed a Gaia former. So Ambas still, there were 2 options. I could place Gaia former here or there. I think that placing Gaia former at the top is a bit more safer. Ambas is still a threat to us, so in theory Ambas might, in any random point of time, Ambas might go up on the Gaia track, take this unstable planet, and then take this unstable planet. So my goal is to cut away Ambas from unstable planets as much as possible, and also later, like this, this unstable planet gives to me access to a blue and a green planet. And because I don't have navigation, I couldn't take this unstable planet. But if we would have like a different setup, I would consider going up navigation 2 times in the first round and take this unstable planet. It is much better because it gives you access to lots of planets in the next round. But in this specific game, we have access to 2 unstable planets, and we have 3 VP per Gaia in the wrong track, in the economy track. So if we would like to take it, we will have to push eco track. So Ambas made 1 more step. Nevless made a jump to the white planet. Now we need to think how we are going to spend our knowledge. And we need to think what are we going to do in the next round, yeah? That's really important. So in the next round, we have trading stations, but we don't have neighbors, so we cannot really utilize these trading stations. Also, without navigation, if we can't build a trading station, then without navigation it will be quite difficult to progress, and we don't know when Ambas will start giving to us cheap trading station upgrades. So taking all that into account, I've decided that in the next round I want to build an academy. Academy, I will build it here. I will push navigation, and I will be more or less happy. So what do I need to build an academy? At the moment I will have 5 ore, and I will be a little bit short on coins. What do we have here? We have coins, we have ore, so this is okay-ish. If I will push navigation right now, this doesn't give any benefits, so I decided that I just push economy. Also, yeah, like we are short. We need 2 ore to build an academy and to build a mine. We have just 5, so that's not really much. In theory, we could push terraforming track, but the simplest way for me seems to make 1 more step on the eco track, build academy, take charge 4, charge yourself, and then you will be able to convert from the bowl 3 to build a mine without big issues. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking a step in the navigation or in the economy. So Ambas finished the round. Let's see what Nevlos is doing. Nevlos is going up on the science track. I'm also quite happy to see that they're both going up on the science track. That means that they might have competition here, which I'm really happy about. So now we need to take a booster. We're okay. So we do need coins, yeah, to build academy and a mine. So right now we need resources. This is the booster that gives to us the most resources comparing to others. So I'm just taking 2 coins and QIC. Oh, interesting. I took coins. That's really interesting. Why? So I will be able to score 2 points. I will be able to score 2 points. Honestly, I think that was a mistake. Like 2 points from green planets is not really much at the start. I should have taken 2 coins and a QIC. So right now I don't have problems with the coins, but I wouldn't have them the other way around as well. That wasn't a big deal. I don't know why I did that. Minor mistakes are happening. You are not saved from that, so you just need to adapt and try to avoid making the same mistakes in the next round. Oh, in your next game. So the next round is really simple for us. Let's see what Ambas is doing. Ambas made 1 more step on science, which is fantastic to me. Ambas is not pushing Gaia. I'm quite safe. I'm happy. So we are building an academy. We are taking charge 4 and we are making step on the navigation. Because we will need navigation pretty soon. In the next round we will be able to build couple mines. So Nevlos is making a step on the science track. Ambas finally given charges to me, which I'm quite happy about. So I've charged, I have 7 tokens in the ball 3. Nevlos bought coins from the table. That's alright, not a big deal. So Ambas built an academy and Ambas took attack 1 or 1 QAC. And after that I became completely relaxed because it seems that this tech has been taken to replace some advanced tech from the board. It seems that Ambas is not going up on the Gaia track, so we are quite happy. What do we need at the moment from the board? At the moment we don't really need much. We just need to have 1 ore to build a mine. And we can get it either buying 2 ore from the table, either converting it manually. So let's see, what are we doing? So I've bought 2 ore from the table. So, and Ambas took big building stack, spending 4 QIC for that. And in the next round, Ambas can take this stack with the 1 step and building federation here and taking this stack. So for us, What are we doing? I guess we are building a mine. Scoring 3 points via our tech. Nevlos is building laboratory, and Nevlos is going up on the science track, so they're still fighting, which I'm really happy about. I'm getting a charge, which is completely fine. So at the moment I am really short on coins. Eco track really helps with that, but we will struggle with coins, so we are just converting these 3 tokens to coins. And we are placing a Gaia former because we still don't have a navigation. Gaia former is placed. Let's see what other players are doing. Nevlos has charged. Ambas build a federation to take coins. So can we do anything useful? I don't think so. So it's time to finish this round, and now we can take coins and the QIC, as we don't actually we could, in theory, we could take a jump and place a Gaia form in the next round here, so that will solve our problems in the late game when we will push Gaia. But I think resources is still more important. Also, with the jump, we will not utilize charges. So let's, I guess we are just taking resources here. The funny part, so if we will consider that my little mistake in the previous round, so we could do the same what we did, but taking this tile in the previous round and taking that tile in the current round, because we would have like 1 coin, but in the next round we would score at least 1 more point from the green planet. So the round booster I picked in the previous round was a wrong one, and we can now clearly see it. So what the other players are doing: Nevlos bought 2 knowledge. Ambas is finishing his round, taking a jump booster, and Nevlos took mines to start scoring some points already. So round 3, let's see what's happening. We are charging, and we would be happy to buy coins from the table, as we don't really have coins income. However, Nevlos already have energy in about 3, so we will not be able to do that, unfortunately. So Ambas is going up on the science to take this stack. And also Ambas had to sacrifice 3 tokens, so we are fully safe from Ambas going up on the Gaia track. So Nevlos is buying coins, and the question, like, do we really need to take anything from this board? We don't really need ore. We have enough ore. We are short on coins. We could buy 2 knowledge from the board, but we don't really need that. So because in the next round we will still have just, so in this round we will have 8, but in the next round we will have 3, so that also doesn't give to us much. But instead we could probably take a terraforming, taking this red planet, yeah, so we can just build to mine, build a trading station, and be more or less happy with that. So I think I was waiting, I was waiting for the charge from Ambas. And we know that Ambas will give it to us because Ambas want to take this stack. And we are getting this charge. Ambas took this tech for scoring 2 points when you make a step in the technologist tracks. So Nevlas charged. Now it's time to use actions from the table. I'm terraforming this planet, and the rest will be coming towards the coins. I don't really need anything else from the board, which is quite usual scenario when you are playing Terrans. You have lots of mines, you have good ore income, but you struggle with the coins income. And to solve that, usually you buy 7 coins from the table, or the other option, you build some early federation with as less tokens sacrificed as possible, and you're getting like 7 coins from the federation. So let's see what we are doing. We are making a step in the navigation, so we can take this planet. So Nevlas built an academy, and Nevlas is going up on the QIC track. So we've built a mine. Nevlas built 1 more mine, so Nevlas finishing with the 4 mines, I guess. So we converted everything to coins, and now we are just placing Gaia Former. So where do we need to place it? Yeah, like this is also really fun situation. In theory, we should place it here to get more cheap trading stations. But I did it the other way around. I've placed it here. My reasoning was that in the next round, I want to send Gaia Former in this area, so I would have access to more unstable planets. So that's why I'm building trading station. Doesn't make sense. It was better just to place a Gaia Former first. I mean, we are not getting charges, so that's not really important, but in the other scenario, could be important. So I'm placing a Gaia Former. Nevlas built 5 mines, have 5 mines in the end of this round. Now we need to take a booster. So, and as I already told you, I would like to place Gaia Former in the area where I have many unstable planets around. So that's why I'm taking this navigation booster. And I will be able to place Gaia Former far away from me without sacrificing any QICs. Also, the fun part, like we didn't use our QICs, but in this round we have points from Gaia planets, and those 2 QIC, they can score to us good amounts of points, even when we don't have Gaia Forming track pushed to place like multiple Gaia Formers. So let's see what the other players are doing. Ambas bought tokens from the table. I am just going to charge, in case if Nevlas will allow me to buy coins from the table, I will definitely do it. And Nevlas didn't have power in the ball 3 to cut me away from the coins, so I'm happy. Ambas is going up on the terraforming track. I finally bought coins, so now I have enough coins. I don't really struggle so much with the coins anymore. Ambas took this blue planet. That was a threat. Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything about it. yeah, even if we would have a Gaia former here, we still wouldn't have enough time to protect this blue planet. So I guess that's okay. So Ambas is still going up on the terraforming track. And we are just taking this green planet, scoring 7 points from each. Nevlas solved their issues with the coins by forming a coins federation, which totally makes sense. By the way, 2 coins federations have been taken, and we need to keep an eye on the next federations which will be formed by the other players, because we might be left without coins federation, which usually is a problem for Terrans, as you struggle with the coins. So we are just building mines. Trading station, not a threat to us. Ambas is starting to make terraforms. We've built another mine. So 2 knowledge have been bought from the table. Ambas build a mine. So our plan for this game is really simple. We are just pushing Gaia track. Yeah, nobody is threatening us to take unstable planets, so we are just pushing it. In this round we can, yeah, let's just see it. Yeah, we've built a trading station, so we have been forced to build another costly trading station for 6 coins, because we don't have any other mines left. And to build the next mine, we don't have any neighbors, and we will be anyway forced to build a 6 coins trading station, so we are just doing it. Also, this trading station helps us to form a federation, to get like coins federation, so we are safe here. So Ambas took mines round booster, and we are just going up on the Gaia track. So Nevlas is making steps on the QIC track. It seems like Nevlas want to take this tech from laboratories at some point of time, either this round or the next round. I'm not sure, probably this round. It makes sense to do as early as possible. So Nevlas took used 3 QIC to get more coins. So we've placed Gaia Former to avoid having problems in the next round with placing multiple Gaia Formers. And we ended this round. So what did we take? We gave back the navigation booster, and this is useless for us. We have exactly 4 knowledge. This one is useless again. We don't have, actually it's not that useless. We might plan our game in the way that we will have some multiple trading stations, but just getting coins is much simpler. We will score at least 7 points, and we are getting coins. So I guess we could take both of them and play accordingly depending on that, but this one seems a little bit better. So let's see what Nevlas is doing. Nevlas is building laboratory, taking this tech and scoring 3 points in this round. I don't think Nevlas can build another lab in this round. And Nevlas took resources, so we have, for the final round, we have trading stations as a booster. So it's round number 5. We need to see how I'm going to play this round. It looks like we can reach to the level 3 of the Gaia track, and we can take this advanced stack, scoring 3 points from it in this round and 9 points in the next round. We have big buildings in the current round. So we can in theory build a big building, PI, but I don't really want to build a PI here because it feels that I do want to connect all of those mines, all of those structures in the single federation. At the moment they have 6 power. I need 7, and I will take this 7 from this unstable planet. And also, like, Gaia Forming step 3 Gaia Formers, I can place all of them, and I don't have any issues with that. So we definitely push Gaia Forming track up to the level 4. Yeah, let's just see how this was played, because I don't really remember. No, I think I took the stack, so I more or less remember. So we are charged now, but we don't really need to buy much from the table. We are pretty good on resources. If we want to build, so what do we want to build? We definitely want to build a mine. And if we want to build this, we want to take this stack, then we need to build 2 laboratories. So that will cost 12 coins plus 7 ore. But probably it would be wise to build a trading station, and we have enough resources to build a trading station. So in theory, we can just take a QIC to get some QICs, or we can take, I don't know, ore from the board, like multiple options. Regarding taking QIC, we would need to think if it will be possible to get some QIC action in this or the next round, so we are just delaying taking anything from the table. Ore has been taken by Nevlas. Now we don't have this option anymore, unfortunately. It's always bad when your options has less availability than it was possible to get. So I've built Federation. I still took Coins Federation. Even right now it feels that I have too much. However, after building 2 laboratories, I will not have such coins income. So I guess that's completely valid. So ore Federation have been taken by Ambas. I built laboratory. Yeah, also I didn't really want to buy anything from the table because I would still have charges from the Gaia track. Ambas is going up on the terraforming track. So I've converted 1 QIC to place a Gaia former. I don't know why I did that. Doesn't seem wise to me. It was better just to make a step on the Gaia track and only after that place a Gaia former. That was minor mistake. So unfortunately 3 QIC action have been taken, but we can still take the 2 QIC action because we have enough. power in the bowl 3. We are not in a hurry, we can take it later, so let's just wait. And let's get fully charged. And also, if we are making step on the navigation, then we even don't need to convert anything. We don't need to convert our power to the QIC. We will just take 2 QIC action here. But we need to keep an eye on Nevelus. If Nevelus will have 4 power in the bowl 3, then we would need to reevaluate our plan. So Ambas had to convert knowledge to coins. Seems like a big problem. Ambas is really short on coins. Ambas went up on the Gaia track. I don't really like that. I don't have navigation to take this unstable planet, so I'm forced to protect this unstable planet right now. And because I don't want to risk of losing this to QIC action, I just decided to convert into QIC, even though I could take it from the navigation. There was a risk. Without doing that, like Nevelus in the previous round could just make a step. Like for example, let's imagine I would convert that to coins, yeah? So I would have 1 QIC. Nevelus is making step on the navigation, and Nevelus can buy 2 QIC action. Maybe that's not a big deal. Maybe I could still buy this 2 QIC action in the next round. But I mean, it's just better. It's better to take your points right now if you can. Otherwise, something else might be happening, and let's say you will be the last one who is finishing this round, and somehow Ambas and Nevelus will have QIC, and in the next round they will take your points from you. So you don't really want that to be happening. So what are we doing? We are placing the last Gaia former. Again, that's not risky because we still have 2 QIC. Right now, Nevelus has those. Actually, if we know that we are going so that we won't be the last one who is finishing this round, then it's not a big deal. We can, in theory, we can leave those QICs and don't waste them right now. And looks like that's what I'm doing. I've built laboratory, and I now need to make a step somewhere. I'm making it in navigation. I have 3 QIC. I can see that Ambas doesn't have many QIC at the moment. So in theory, we are safe. Either I will be the first one who will, either I will finish this round earlier than Nevelus, and I will be able to buy QIC action in the next round. Either I will take the QIC action in this round, like not a big deal. We cannot take both, unfortunately, but that's okay. Usually when you're playing Terrans, getting 1 QIC action from the board in the round 5 or 6 is okay. Especially if you're not going up on the QIC track. So Ambas finished their round, and I've decided that now it's time to finish this round for me, because I definitely want to take mines. And I can buy a QIC action in the next round, not a big deal. So now Nevlos knows that they cannot take a QIC action in the next round. Ambas will have 4 tokens in the bowl 3 and have a QIC ready, so Ambas can take a 2 QIC action. I will take 3 QIC action, and Nevlos is not taking anything, so Nevlos is forced to take QIC action at the moment. And Nevlos is going up on the navigation. Taking a little bit of points. Okay, final round. We have everything we want. The only thing we need to keep an eye in case if somebody will go up on the Gaia track, as we don't have an open federation, so we can build federation pretty fast. We just need to have a mine, and after that we can form a federation. So the rest, like, we can also build one of the big buildings just to score some points from it. We can take 7 points. We definitely need to take 7 points. So that's basically our plan for this round. So we can build academy and take 7 points. And we just need to form 2 federations, go up on the Gaia track and take one of the QIC actions. So Ambas took 2 QIC action. We need to take 3 right now, otherwise Nevlos will do it. So we are doing it. Nevlos is buying coins. Ambas is going up on the navigation, and we need to prepare federation. So I've seen that Ambas didn't make a step on the Gaia track, so I've decided that first I will build a mine here, then trading station, because I don't need to build a trading station here. That federation will be too big. So, and I want to build a trading station, saving 3 coins, but that wasn't really important. Like in the worst case scenario, we could build a mine here, build a expensive trading station here, and progress from that. But that wasn't necessary. So Ambas went up on the knowledge track. So I'm building a trading station. Actually, I mean, we don't need to talk much here. We have everything we need. So we are just finishing this game. And we are not really in a hurry, so we need one more green federation, but the last one can be red. 12 points. Also, we don't really need to buy anything from the table. I took this charge. I don't really know why. I think it wasn't needed, but whatever, doesn't really matter. So let's just see what will be happening. I took 1 ore. I guess I calculated everything. What do I want to build? I want to build 1 more mine. Actually, I need to build a trading station, mine, and academy. So for that, I need to have 9 ore, if I'm not mistaken. 9 ore and 11 coins. So everyone is forming federations. We are building trading station. Now we need to build a mine. We could, in theory, we could try to build one more no, actually, I don't think that's viable. In theory, we could take the Green Federation, making a step here, but like building one more laboratory, but that doesn't really make sense. It's just easier to take 12 points Federation. Yeah, I mean, we don't really need to do anything. We can also see that Nevlas in the end built quite a lot of mines, and Nevlas is competing without on the final scoring, but Academy gives to us too many points to ignore it. So with the Academy we are getting 7 points from the tech, then we are getting 4 points from the step in the right track, and also we are getting 5 more points. So in the end it's 5 plus 4 plus 7, it's 16 points. It doesn't make sense to try to compete with Nevlas on the final scoring. It's better just to take this 16 points and be happy about that. So I took top of Gaia. Nevlas is building mines. It seems to me that I could have it seems to me that I could have built Academy instead of a mine. Yeah. So that was like minor mistake, but I was pretty sure that I have enough points and I didn't really care. I could build, because Ambas cannot take top of Gaia from me. So I could build an Academy for 7 points and make a step in the economy track. Then I could take one ore from the, one QSC converted to ore, and after that build a mine and get up on the Gaia Foreman, on the Gaia track. But I was a bit lazy and I've just made what I made. So we took 12 points Federation. And we will build a mine. We don't need charges. Looks like we didn't really need any charges in this game, in the final round. We've charged. And we are just building Academy. Taking 7 points. And making a step in navigation or economy, which doesn't really matter. We took an ore and that's it. We scored 8 points from the booster. So let's see the final scorings. And let's think what went well and what didn't went well. So I discussed with those players. I was really lucky that Ambas decided to push knowledge track and don't push Gaia. So the Ambas player, he was telling me that he really wanted to go up on the Gaia track at some point of time, but each time it wasn't really convenient. So first he made a step. He took 4 coins. 4 coins is good when you're going up on the Gaia track because you're short on coins, and on this board that's really important. Then he made one more step to make 4 knowledge income, and we didn't really have the booster tile with the tokens, which was a problem. And 3 points from Gaia was in the wrong track. So in the end, he didn't find a good time to go up on the Gaia track. If Ambas would go up on the Gaia track, I think my game would be much more difficult. and it should be more points for Nevlas, because Nevlas would take that tech. It would be less points for me, and it will be really unclear if it would be possible for me to win this game. However, we were lucky that we didn't get a competition on the Gaia track, and when you're lucky, you just need to use your luck. Like you need to score as much points as possible, even when you were lucky. So what could we do better? There were minor mistakes that we discussed during this game, but they didn't really matter. What would matter is competition on Gaia track, and we didn't get it. So I guess that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the very standard Terrans game. Also, it was pretty nice here that I was able to show you the scenario when the techs are not placed in the ideal way, when you would just push navigation and Gaia. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, let me know what do you think, and thanks for watching.